Okay.
It's BHAMBRA here for PSB Sports with the Dorchester here today to announce Amir Khan signing with Matchroom and Sky Sports. I'm joined by Eddie Hearn. Eddie, no one saw this announcement coming.
No, it's great. Great business, makes great sense. You know, sort of surprised a lot of people, but actually when you break it down, it does make a lot of sense. It's a big coup for us. Every promoter wanted him. And I think it's a great move for Amir Khan as well. Looking forward to his return, 21st of April, live on Sky Sports. And, you know, he's a major name in world boxing, coming back into British boxing at a time when it's really booming.
Talk to you a bit about how the deal came about. When did you first speak about it?
You're talking for months, really. You know, obviously about the khan-brook fight, and now it just seems to make perfect sense for everybody. He was going to box before I'm a Celebrity, but that came around, and I didn't know whether that was a good or bad thing. It ended up being a great thing. Great for his profile, great for his popularity. And you know, we know about Amir Khan as a fighter. Hugely exciting, hugely entertaining. And now it's about coming back in the division, making some noise and being involved in those huge fights.
In terms of a 3-fight deal, do you have a plan there to go to the US, stay in the UK?
Probably stay in the UK. I mean, it's great for our US business as well. We'll see where that takes us. But the khan-brook fight is an obvious fight for us. But there's big fights out there for both guys, Brook and Amir. So like when you talk about Amir, you talk about Broner, you talk about Spence, you talk about Thurman, you talk about Garcia, you talk about Pacquiao. But of course, khan-brook is a fight that we wanted to make for a long time, and many of those barriers have been removed now. Still a long way to go, but first Kel's got to win on March the 3rd, and Amir's got to win on April 21st. I
was going to ask you about this. Kel's be up to 154, but we spoke to Amir Khan's dad. He said he wants that campaign at 147. Yeah. So would that have to be one of them going up or down?
Maybe, yeah, but we'll see. We'll see how Kel gets on at 154. Maybe the fight will never happen, but you know, certainly a lot more chance today than there was yesterday.
Who do you want for Khan in his first fight back?
I think he needs to fight a decent operator, whilst also remembering he's been out of the ring for 2 years. But the names that he's talking about are very credible, very respectable, and you know, if he wants to operate at that high level, I think he needs to come back at a certain level as well.
I saw the quotes on Sky Sports News yesterday that David Higgins is in London. What's the current status of Joshua?
I was with him yesterday for 4 or 5 hours. We're getting there, still a long way to go. I'm hoping in the next 72 hours we could be close to a deal, but still some points to overcome. But he's here, which is a good sign. I believe he wants to fight. It's the perfect fight for both, and fingers crossed we can get it over the line.
Any idea of where it's likely to be at the moment?
Cardiff's a strong possibility. 31st of March, April 7th are the kind of dates, and it's not really about the venues, more about the actual structure of the deal. But you know, we're getting there.
Are you seeing him again today to iron a few things
We've
over?
had 4 or 5 hours with him this morning, and I think the lawyers are going for everything now, and it'll be ongoing now all week. You know, tomorrow's Thursday and Friday, and onwards and upwards.
So to speak to a bit about the Ohara Davies situation, I know obviously he was taken off the show in London. Firstly, your thoughts on actually taking him off the card in the first place?
I just felt I had to act. You know, it's a string of comments and string of incidents from Ohara Davies, 4 or 5 different incidents that are unacceptable, and you know, his comments that he made whilst they were ignorant and naive, and I do believe that he didn't know enough about what he was talking about anyway. They were still made, and they still offended many people. Many people, you know, our friends, our fighters, a city that we have a huge amount of respect for, and I felt like I had to act. I pulled him off the show. That was my decision. Will we work with him again? Yes, possibly, but things have got to change. You know, he's becoming the act that he's been living, and the hate that he's receiving is just fueling his hatred. And I said to him, you need to come off social media and just be yourself. We'll see what happens.
Is he still with Tony Sims and Charlie Sims?
Yeah, I mean, you know, he's got to have the chats with them. They're a separate entity to us. We'll have our chats with him, but things have got to change. This was the 4th or 5th unacceptable incident, and I'll reiterate, Ohara Davies is a good guy, but he's not on social media. So he needs to, in my opinion, come off social media and just concentrate on his fighting and being the person that we know he is. 2
final things. Firstly, Matchroom and Sky, 7-year new deal to 2025. Talk to us a bit about that.
It's great news for both. Obviously, you know, we've been a huge partner of Sky Sports for many, many years. We feel like they're the best platform in the UK, if not the world. So, you know, our future is firmly with them across a number of our sports, and the great partnership continues.
Finally, what can we expect in the next week? Potential announcements with Joshua? Anything else happening?
Joshua, other cards as well. Maybe one in Dublin with a Katie Taylor announcement. We're trying to get Quig Valdez over the line, which is a wonderful fight, and just looking to make as many big fights as possible in 2018.
Thank you for your time.
Cheers, mate. Cheers.